We're talking Southwest region now. This one's an interesting matchup as well. You got Notre Dame, you got Kansas in here. What do you guys like? Is there a certain team out of this region you think is going to cause a problem?
Well, I don't know what to make of Notre Dame because they shoot a lot of threes, and I don't trust teams that make a lot of threes. We just talked about Duke, how they're so three happy. Well, Notre Dame is even more three happy.
That's interesting.
And don't you feel like if you don't have that inside presence, that eventually that's going to catch up with you?
Well, but I think their bigs are better than you think of Notre Dame's bigs being. I think they're pretty good, especially defensively.
Okay.
And I think Notre Dame's pretty good actually. I think this is.
I love
Notre Dame's
Hansbrough.
best
I mean,
team
he's
in
a
long
tough
time.
guy,
He's
and
tough.
he's really and the other kid, Abramitis, is a really nice player.
And
too.
he gives them some attitude too.
Yeah, I like that. I like
He really
that about
does.
him.
Yeah.
Louisville, the top part of this bracket, I have going a couple rounds because I liked what they saw in the Big East tournament.
Yeah.
I think a tough loss like that, there was a lot of things a coach can teach guys out of that too. Even make a foul shot.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I had them going a couple rounds. I have Kansas eventually coming. It's one of these things where you're not afraid to take a couple upsets early on because you still have Kansas.
It can correct itself.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like Louisville's backcourt.
Yeah.
Siva and Knowles, they're both really nice players. And everybody talks about how guard play is really important this time of year, and I think those guys can do a lot of different things.
I think that's a tough matchup for Kansas. I think Kansas is a little bit lacking in terms of really quickness on the perimeter, guys that can get their own shot and make stuff happen off the dribble on the perimeter. I think they're a little lacking in that way for a superpower that they definitely are.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Georgetown, Chris Wright's injury, that really sets them back. I mean, that really hurts them as far
Although
as,
supposedly they're going to have him.
Yeah, but I say, but what are they going to have of him?
Right,
I guess that's
right,
the question.
right.
I think he's a really good player. I like Austin Freeman. Austin Freeman's one of those guys who never seems like he's in a big hurry, but always makes plays, makes
he's
shots.
A really good player, yeah.
He's like an Andre Miller kind of guy. Different skill set, but plays it the same sort of way.
Yeah.
I like their team, but I just don't think they have quite enough to make it too far.
Well, I look at that matchup with Purdue in the second round, and I wasn't sure who to take there because if Chris is back, if the guard is back, they were a top 10 team when he was healthy a month ago, and now they've dropped off. They haven't really been able to replace Greg Monroe either down low.
Yeah, he was really nice player.
Purdue's got two guys that are upperclassmen, and to this time of year, that experience makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Purdue's going to be a tough out. I do.
That's a good call. I mean, that's not a bad sleeper in and of itself, Purdue. I mean, Etuan Moore and Juwan Johnson. I mean,
and we have my deep sleeper, Florida State.
There they are.
It's a pretty deep. This is actually a pretty deep region. The more I look at this region, the more
it looks like a pretty tough road for Kansas.
I don't see a lot of easy outs here after the first round for anybody.
Who do you have coming out of it?
I have Kansas.
Well, let me go with Purdue just for argument's sake.
There you go.
I took Kansas as well. That was the safe way to go.